Krishna wanted to do that. Mother Earth was so patiently waiting for that when Krishna is going to come and put his feet on me. Mother Earth was waiting for it. So today we all can take that moment of that Krishna is coming to all of us. Krishna is ready to do anything. That signifies Lord is ready to do anything for his devotees. So thank you so much. So this Jai Radha Madhav for quickly. Jai Radha Madhava Jai Kunja Vihari Jai Radha Madhava Jai Kunja Vihari Jai Radha Madhava Jai Kunja Vihari Jai Radha Jai Radha Madhava Jai Kunja Vihari Kunja Vihari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Jaya Giruvardhari Jaya Giruvardhari Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Kunja Vihari Jaya Radha Madhava Yashodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana Yashodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana Yashodanandana Yashodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana Yashoda Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Tira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Kunja Vihari Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Kunja Vihari Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Jaya Giruvardhari Jaya Giruvardhari Yashodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana Yashodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana Yashodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana यमुना तीर वनचारी, यमुना तीर वनचारी, जय राधा माधव जय कुंज बिहारी, जय राधा माधव। जय गोपी जन वल्लभ, जय गोपी जन वल्लभ, जय गिरवरधारी, जय राधा माधव जय कुंज बिहारी। Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare. Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Jai Radha Madhav, Radha Madhav, Radha Madhav, Sri Radhe, Jaya Radha. Jaya Radha Shama Sundar Radha Shama Sundar Radha Shama Sundar Shri Radhe Jaya Radha Damodar Radha Damodar Radha Damodar Shri Radhe Jaya Jaya Gauranitai Jaya Gauranitai Jaya Gauranitai Jaya Gauranitai Jaya Jaya Panchatattva Jaya Panchatattva Jaya Panchatattva Jaya Panchatattva Jaya 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 Prabhupada 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Jaya Prabhupada Gaur Premanande Hari Om. Please fold your hands. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskrityam Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tado Jayamudhiraye Nashtaprayeshu Abhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Sloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naishtikim. As it says in this verse, Nashtaprayeshu Abhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya. When you recite this Bhagavatam, when you hear, Bhagavatam means to glorify, to recite, to hear, to meditate. It's all Bhagavatam. It's not that you just open the book. All these ways, varieties of devotional service is also Bhagavatam. There is a devotee Bhagavat, also the book Bhagavat. So, Nashta Prayeshu Abhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya. So you're not just serving the Bhagavatam, but is also you serve a devotee, that's also Bhagavata Sevaya. So we're all great fortunate, we're all blessed to come over on this auspicious month of Kartik. Comes together to do that Seva, Bhagavata Seva. So there is no other remedy in this solution or in this world that one can eradicate, one can cross over this material ocean. There is a beautiful verse Shankaracharya composed. This verse is like this: Punarapi Jananam, Punarapi Maranam, Punarapi Janani, Jatare Shayanam, Iha Samsaram, Bahudusaram, Kripaya Pare, Pahi Murare. So we are all going through this samsara. Samsara means the material ocean. Punarapi Jananam, Punarapi Maranam. This is our state. Every lifetime after lifetime we get some bodies, some forms. So after many millions of lifetimes after we got this human form of life, it's very rare to have. Very, very rare to have. So after this, every life after life after life, we get this human form, Punarabi Jananam, Punarabi Maranam. And Punarabi Janani, Jadare Shayanam. Jadare, we are all in that form of life. What we do? We just sleeping in that Jada. We're completely in that Jada in the form of that material consciousness. So Ihasamsaram Bahudusara is very, very difficult Dusaram, very, very difficult. It's not that easy. One can come out from this our material suffering that included birth, death, old age and diseases. Janma, Mrityu, Jara, Vyadhi. Nobody is free from it. There is a beautiful chapter in Bhagavatam, 3rd canto, 31st chapter. And which is in that chapter which is reveals that how a living entity is traveling, moving the soul, the spirit soul in this material nature. It is mentioned that with such a difficulty that one living form, one living entity is taking birth in this world. And we all can imagine, as soon as we come into this world, we forget everything. So we then identify ourselves with this material world. But beyond that, there is a beautiful understanding of that, the spirit soul or the human form of life or any living form of life. It's a great science. It's a great science. And that's what is entire our scriptures reveals, that our identity, our constitutional position. So only when we realize it, only when we understand it, then only we come to that our original consciousness. That original consciousness is known as Krishna consciousness. Otherwise, we are not pure. Our consciousness is not pure. Our status are not pure. Our identity is not pure. Everything is covered, contaminated. Our body is contaminated. Our senses are contaminated. Our mind is contaminated. Our consciousness is contaminated. And all this contamination, all this pollution, all these impurities are covered. The soul is covered with all this. And then thousands of lifetimes of karma, that is also there. Accordingly, we get a birth in the specific modes of nature, triguna, modes of material nature. Either comes into the ignorance, or in the passion, or in the goodness. And it affects our mind, and it pollutes our mind, it pollutes our body, pollutes our senses, everything. So this material energy is such a way that we cannot even overcome it. That is very difficult to overcome this material nature. Bahudusaram, Ihasamsare Bahudusaram. Only way that we can overcome this is Kripaya Pare Pahi Murare. Only this way. There is no other solution, there is no other way. Even if anybody thinks that, anybody is here, that I can just get out of this, all my problems. Anybody is here? Anybody is here thinks that I can just get out of my problems every day. Okay, let me go to, where is called? Miami, right? Miami? No, it's Miami, whatever it is. Right? Miami Beach, right? So people take packing lot of stuff. Okay, now let's go for a vacation. They pack a lot of luggage in their bag. So I go there, and one person one of my colleague went to this beach, Miami Beach. So he had a big luggage in his bag, and their family, and went there. As soon as he went there, he said, it's so hot. Cannot imagine that. He went there on the shore, it was so hot. And then he couldn't tolerate there, and immediately he got some diseases, some kind of problems. And their family was there. They were trying to, they went for a vacation to relax, enjoy. They thought that, okay, I would get some kind of remedy from there, Miami Beach. That all these problems will be solved if I go there. So he went there and come back, and he didn't come for a week. So he asked, where did you go? We went for a vacation. We thought that you rejuvenated, you come back with such a spirit, such an energy. Oh, Sonal, no, there is nothing to say. It was a disaster. I said, what happened? All this one. As soon as I went there and I got all these problems and we were struggling, and then I had to go to the doctor and so many things. So this person thought that I would get some kind of solution or remedy if I go there, but ended up in a big problems. And then so I will go for another time again. So this is what it is. Punarapi jananam punarapi. We are trying and trying and trying and trying with all our efforts, but nothing can save us. That's why Shankaracharya also mentioned that very beautifully. Shankaracharya was passing through in Kashi, in Varanasi. So he had around 14 disciples with Shankaracharya. He was passing through the Kashi. So he saw that few old people, few old persons, they were sitting and so hardly, like so difficulty, trying to learn the grammars of this Sanskrit, almost like 70, 80 years old. So Shankaracharya was become so upset and he was chastising, and she says that's where he compiled this song, Bhaja Govindam, Bhaja Govindam. He compiled this song because so he saw that at this old age, at this end of that, the end of this, almost the stage of this life, people are simply wasting their life. And Bhaja Govindam, with Shankaracharya compiled this in such a way that Bhaja Govindam, Bhaja Govindam, Govindam Bhaja Mudhamade Samprapte san nihide kale nahi rakshadi dukkhin karane. Shankaracharya was compiled this one. Oh Mudha, oh foolish. Bhaja Govindam, just chant, just remember, just take the holy name of Govinda. Bhaja Govindam, Bhaja Govindam, Govindam Bhaja Mudhamade. Mudha, oh foolish. You are wasting your life. At the time of death, Samprapte sanihide kale, when the time comes, there is nothing else to save you. There is nothing else to save you, nothing. All this grammar, all this scholarly, all this, nothing will save you. But only that the name of Govinda, name of Krishna, that will only save you. And then it's a beautiful composition of Shankaracharya, and it further says in the same line of it, Shankaracharya says that you're wasting all your life in so many ways. He says that Balastavad Krida Sakta Tarunastavad Taruni Sakta Vrittastavad Chinda Sakta Parame Brahmani Kopina Lagna. Says that Balastavad Krida Sakta. When you are at the child, at the age of small, you are always in krida, always in playful mood up to certain age, and you don't think anything else, and you are wasting your life again. Then when you come to the yavana and the youth, tarunastava, then you are looking for your, the partners to get into the life. Tarunastava, the taruni sakta. Then when you come to the stage of old age, vriddhastava, vrittastavad chinda sakta. You're always worries, you're in worries. Your mind is not free when you come to the old age. Your mind is not free. So at this stage, you are always in anxiety and worry, what is going to happen to me? All my life is now gone. Who will be there for me? How will I live? Whether somebody will be there? How will be my death? And nowadays everybody, even try to will that, because of their over anxiety. Somebody will come and plunder everything. So, Vriddhastava, the Chinda Sakta. And even at this stage, Kopina, Parabrahmani, Parami Brahmani, Kopina, Lakna. Nobody even there to remember or talk. And at this point of time, even Srila Prabhupada was one time passing. He saw that these old age people, they have this club. They were just coming and there is a game, just throw this. Yeah. So they were just playing this one, and Srila Prabhupada just looked at and said that they are wasting their life. So dear devotees, we don't have much time. The human form of life is very, very rare that we can have. So like this, then Shankaracharya was saying that further in the same line of it. So that's the same Punarapi Jananam, Punarapi Maranam. It says that only way that one can even not come into the list of Yamaraj. There is only one way, one solution. And Shankaracharya was saying this. Shankaracharya passed away at the age of 31. And you can imagine that. And when Shankaracharya was passing, he's almost like 27 years old, something like that. And he says that Bhagavad Gita Kinchita Dita Ganga Chalalava Kanika Pida Sukrutabiyena Murari Samarcha Kriyade Tasya Yamena Na Charcha. It's a beautiful composition. Says Bhagavad Gita Kinchita Dita. Bhagavad Gita, even if you take a little bit of Bhagavad Gita, even a little portion of it, Bhagavad Gita Kinchita Dita Ganga Jalalava Kanika Pida. When you take a little, drink a little water from the Ganges. Sukrutabiyena Murari Samarcha. Sukrutabiyena Murari Samarcha. Like this, when Sukrda Satsang, when Sukrda, Satsang people, when they comes together and when they talk about Krishna, this is the only way. Shankaracharya was the incarnation of Lord Shiva. This is the only way, says that Sukrudabiyena Murari Samarcha. Murari, what is the name of, who is Murari? Krishna. Why Krishna is known as Murari? He killed the demon Mura. It's a beautiful pastime anyway. That's Ekadashi is coming on next Tuesday. That's a pastime with Ekadashi. Krishna killed the Mura demon. So Murari Samarcha. Sukrudabiyena Murari Samarcha. Kriyade tasya yamena na charcha. Such people will never even come into the list of Yamaraj. It's guaranteed. So Krishna says also the same thing in Bhagavad Gita. What is that? Anybody knows that verse? That Andakalecha, that is there, Andakalecha. But the similar, even little bit of that you do, then you will be saved. Which words? 2.40. Neha Vikrama Nasosti Pratyavayo na vidyade Solpam abhyasya dharmasya trayado mahado bhayan. Dear devotees, the greatest danger is not that we are not having this home or we are not having this wealth, we are not having this various other needs in the life. It's not that the greatest danger. It's not that the greatest danger, I don't have, Tesla car, right? I don't have this car, I don't have this one, I don't have that. It's not the greatest danger of the human or the life. The greatest danger of the human life, if you don't have a human form of life in your next birth, that's the greatest danger. You can easily lose your human form of life. So you will be attaining the death. That's why the greatest danger. Death means you fall down again into this animal species of life. There are 8.4 million species of life like that, apart from including the human or the human species of life. 8 million species of life. The moment you miss this human form of life, you have to go through all other 8 million species of life one after another. You have to pass, you have to complete the cycle. You have to complete the cycle one after another, then you come back and then you get this human form of life. So that's why when you have this understanding, when you have this Krishna consciousness, when you discuss, when you chant, even it says that one time in your human life, if you chant, if you take this Krishna's name one time, then your life is saved. You will get a chance to have again a human form of life. Otherwise you missed it. Once you missed it, that's why the living entities are known as eternally conditioned, Nitya Baddhas. Nitya Baddhas. So it's not that you just got a form of life, but you can be the many millions of life it passes through like this in this world. We all know that. Brahma lives how many years? Brahma's lifespan is how many years? Brahma's complete lifespan.
Trillions.
Trillions. Anybody knows the exact years?
4 trillion.
4 trillion? That's not. Anybody? Brahma lives 311 trillion 40 billion years. This is the lifespan of a Brahma. So we have to wander like this in this world. All this lifetime, one after another. So sometimes dogs, sometimes hogs, sometimes insects, sometimes snakes crawling, flying in the sky. This is the form, and this is the science. This is the truth. But when the moment you take up this holy name, the name of Murari, the name of Lord, then you will not be in the list of Yamaraj. Kriyade tasya yamenana charcha. Bhagavad Gita. Anything whatever you take up this, the holy name, chanting the holy name. And especially in this age of Kali, it's very powerful that one take up this holy name. What is that holy name in this age recommended for this age of Kali? What is the holy name recommended for this age of Kali? Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. There was one Acharya mentioned that there are thousands of names of the Lord. Thousands of names. Even if you take any one of that name, your life will be saved. This is the power, this is the potency of the name of the Lord. Because of the Lord's name is not different from in his entire form or entire Krishna. There is no difference at all. Yesterday I was speaking about the beautiful, wonderful devotee of the Lord, Purandara Das. Purandara Das compiled this he is known as the father of Carnatic music. He compiled 475,000 bhajans and kirtanas, only glorifying the Lord. Just to glorify the Lord. He got initiated at the age of 40 and he lived around 85 years. Around 40 years, and he wanted to compile like 500,000 the bhajans and the kirtan, but he couldn't do it. So he called up his son that, can you do it? And that is just remaining 25,000. He said, I can't do it in my lifetime. I need my next lifetime. But here on the other hand, Purandara Das was so wonderful and completely all the time. So like this, all these great acharyas, we know that Kulashekara Alvar. How many of you heard about Kulashekara Alvar? Kulashekara Alvar. He was one of the Alvar in the south. He was a king. And he was a king in such a way that he was a devotee of Lord Ram. And every moment, this Kulashekara Alvar king wanted to hear about the glories of the Lord Ram. And one time, this one devotee was, reciting this Ramayana to Kulashekara Alvar. At one point of time, this devotee was told to Kulashekara Alvar that now, and came to that position, that Yuddha Kand. Yuddha Kand, this devotee told to Kulashekara Alvar that now Ravan is kidnapped Mother Sita. It is not Yuddha Kand, it was on the Kishkinda that before that. Ravan is, Mother Sita is kidnapped by Ravan. He was in such a mood, such a devotion. You know what Kulashekara Alvar did immediately? He just immediately told his army, get ready. Get ready. And everybody knows that the mood of Kulashekara Alvar. And everybody was afraid. Now this is the king's order. He has to follow. And everybody was now afraid what to do. So the king ordered army, we are going to march to Lanka. And they came near to even the ocean with the entire army, and he was in the front. Kulashekara Alvar was in the front. Came with such a deep thoughts of the Lord. And then immediately somebody came and told, no, now Lord Ram is actually rescued Mother Sita, they are coming back. So this way Kulasegara had got pacified and he came back. So devotees, this is the great devotees, and that devotee is compiled a very beautiful stotra called the Mukunda Mala Stotra. Mukunda Mala, each verse is offering as a garland to the Mukunda, the lotus, the Supreme Lord. And then each verse is compiled in such a way that such a great devotion, and mentioned that now we have this youth, now we have this energy, now we have this all. But the moment we lose all this, when we come with Vada, Pitta, Kabha, everything, when our, we cannot even speak, that's the time people think that, okay, I can go and recite, I can go and worship. But why, when we are at the youth, when we have this energy, when you have legs to walk, when you have eyes to see, when we have hands to write, when you have ears to hear, at some point of time, these are all, we are going to lose all this, right? We are going to lose all this. But when we are at this age, when it's at this stage, why can't we do, oh Lord, please give me that opportunity? And then Kulasegara left the kingdom with that thought and reached to Venkateshwara temple in Tirupati, and he just went there and lied down in the front of the temple and then compiling all these beautiful songs. So this was a king, okay. And I was mentioning this, Purandara Das, he had such a richness, he had 900 million, worth of his richness was there in 1480. Can you imagine? And how much that will calculate now? 900 million. And he renounced everything one day. Renounced everything. And that, Purandara Das was saying that in Kannada, he says that Govinda, the name, just Govinda, Ninna Nama Chande, Ninna Nama Chande. That means that your name itself is so powerful and beautiful. Your name itself is so powerful and beautiful. The devotees, we know that the beautiful story of Valmiki. How many of you know that story, Valmiki? How he became Valmiki. Valmiki was a thief and a robber in the forest. His name was Ratnakar. He was, plundering and thieving and stealing and killing and so many. Whoever passes through, he goes and attacks them and tell them, give me everything, give me everything. And with their fear of life, they will give everything, they run for their life. So one day, Naradadev came there. Naradadev was passing through the forest. So Ratnakar approached to Naradadev. Give me everything, otherwise I am going to kill you. But then Ratnakar had little respect because of Naradadev was in a saffron cloth with beautiful, aroma. This beautiful, the darshan. And then Ratnakar came, and then Naradadev said very peacefully, I'll give you everything, no worries. But I have one question for you. I have one question for you. If you answer me, then I'll be here. So he said, you are doing all these sinful activities, you are killing, you are stealing, you are plundering, and so many things. All these activities you are doing, and who is going to suffer for all these sins? And then Ratnakar replied, said that, oh Narada, I am doing this for my family. So then of course, then everybody, they are also going to have these sinful reactions. Narada said, are you sure? Said, okay, if you are not sure, then can you go and confirm with your family? So then Ratnakar said, okay. Narada said, I will be here, no worries, I won't go anywhere. You go and talk to your family that I am doing all this for my family, but who is going to suffer all these sinful activities I am doing? So then Ratnakar went back to his home. So they were the family, the children, so many people were there. And he was in the forest and many years was doing this abominable sinful activities. So he went there. He asked, I have a question for you. I'm doing all this for all these sinful activities like killing, robbing, and stealing, all this for you. Am I the only one going to suffer for these sinful reactions? They immediately said, no, you are doing this, you are going to suffer. You are not going to suffer for anything. So then Retnagar came back. Retnagar thought and came back. He understood. He is going to suffer for it, no matter what. So he came and asked Narada Dev. So this is what is my family told me. I am the one who is going to suffer all the activities which I am doing. So what to do? What is the solution? What is the remedy? Narada said. So Narada thought that and felt that this is from the sincere heart of the Retnagar. He said, Retnagar, don't worry. I'll tell you one thing. If you chant this holy name, then you will be saved. Your whole sin will be eradicated. So then Narada said, can you spell, can you recite, can you name Ram? So Retnagar was in the forest for so many years. He cannot even pronounce the name Ram. I know that I went for a Satyanarayana Puja in one home. I was doing the yajna and there was one family, one little child was there. He was also sitting there and I said, can you do this Achaman? So I asked him and Om Keshavaya Namaha. So this child couldn't even pronounce the name Keshavaya Namaha. I tried 1, 2, 3, 4, 13 times. I was trying, keep trying. I don't know, something happened. He can't even pronounce the name of the Lord. So these situations are there, dear devotees. There are people, they cannot even pronounce the name because they're completely stuck. Completely kind of polluted and they cannot even pronounce with their tongue. So like that, Retnagar, Narada asked Retnagar, can you chant? He said, no. But only one thing Retnagar could do is, because of in the forest, because of killing all the other animals, he could say Mara instead of Rama. Mara. So then Narada said, okay, fine, you sit here. So look at that 2 trees. You just look at the trees and say Mara. So Narada said, you keep doing this one. You keep say Mara, 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 Mara. So Narada Dev was telling and then Retnagar sat there. Then Narada said, okay, what will happen to me? You know, don't worry. You will all realize in a due course of time. So Retnagar sat there very sincerely. Sometimes this is very important. This is why we need it so much. Unless we have the sincerity, we can wake a person up when he is sleeping. But a person is pretending sleeping, then we cannot wake him up because he is pretending. So similarly, when a person completely surrenders, that's a surrender to a devotee, a person or a Lord, then it's very easy to come to the Krishna consciousness. But if a person is pretending, he is in a duality, is in nature, then it's very difficult for him to even, that's why some people even come to Krishna consciousness for so many years, then they don't progress well. Because there is always, they are not in the sincere, devotion. So here, Retnagar was so sincere because he understood that. Then what happened? Mara, 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 Mara. After some time, what happens? It became that Ram. So Ram, 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 Ram. It is so vibrant, so potent, so powerful. Even it says that you don't need to say Ram completely. You don't need to say even Ram completely. If you say Ra, the Lord will even put the Ma and the Lord will take it as this is Ram, or they are calling out me. So this is the Lord. So this syllable Ram, Ram, Hare, Krishna has great potency, great potency. All we need to do is nothing but just take up this holy name. So says that this name itself is so beautiful and powerful. Lord is everywhere. So then what happens? Retnagar, and it was continuously going on for many years. So then after some years, 7 years almost that. Narada was again passing through this forest. Narada completely forgot about it. What is happening? And but in the forest, when he entered into it, he heard this very vibrant, beautiful, wonderful sound of vibration of Ram, 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 Ram. And Narada was also wondering, where is this, this sound is coming from? Then Narada understood that, and he went near to that the sound was originating. He went there. There was a big anthill is developed around the body of, and then immediately Narada understood. Narada put some water, is the tirtha. So immediately this all anthill just removed, it came out. And then also that Ratnagar, he was a hunter, he was a robber. He became so beautiful and effulgent, and the light was coming out from him. Understood. And this is the time then Narada blessed Ratnagar. And why? Because of the Ratnagar became, he was Valmika. Valmika means this anthill, Valmikam. That's why his name got Valmiki. So first thing that he went to the Sarayu, the river of Sarayu. He went there. The first time he was going to take bath in this Sarayu, the river. He saw that the two birds were there and they were again making love. And there was one hunter, he was about to shoot one of the, bird. That's immediately from the mouth of Ratnagar or the Valmiki, this beautiful Sanskrit verses came out from him. And he didn't even know that verses come from. He was a hunter, he was a killer, he was a robber, he was a stealer, everything that he was. But now when he saw that the hunter is about to kill this bird, he says, Ma Nishada. Hey Katala, Nishada means Katala, or the forest dweller. Ma Nishada, don't kill this bird. Hey Ma Nishada. And he was also compiling this in a very beautiful tone, beautiful, meter. And this was the same meter when it is used in the compilation of Ramayana later. Then Brahma appeared and all. See that? How one can transform just by taking this holy name. See, the devotees, this month of Kartik is very special. If we take up this holy name, we just offer a gilam to the Supreme Lord. And it is mentioned that once life is, the life, the human form of life, even one can attain the abode of the Supreme. And once all the past sinful, all the sinful reactions that can be eradicated, even if you just take just one gilam if you offer to the Lord. So there are so many other examples out there. And there are so many wonderful pastimes manifested in the month of Kartik. That's why Kartik is so special. Just take up this one. Just take up this holy name. And this is not that, that nothing that you are losing when you take up the holy name, but you can get everything. Like communist says that, right? There is a slogan for communists. So many of them we know, anybody is here, there is a slogan. There is nothing for us to lose. If they strike, if they do that, they say this. There is nothing for us to lose, but only everything can be, attained. This is their slogan. Similarly, there is nothing to lose. All we need to just take up this holy name. Just take up this holy name. Ram, Krishna. And the best way to this holy name is that especially in this age of Kali, because of we cannot concentrate, we cannot go to the temple. And as mentioned that in the Satyuga, people could see the Lord personally because of their purity. Then that diminished when it comes to Treta Yuga. Then people could see the Lord in the fire. That's why the fire sacrifice is started. Yajna in the Treta Yuga. Then that is also diminished. When it comes to Dwapara Yuga, then they needed a form. They needed to see the Lord in that form. And Lord is also so merciful. Lord manifested in the form of a deity. And that was in the Dwapara Yuga. But when it comes to Kali Yuga, then that's also gone. People doesn't even come to that, near to that, the deity, okay, this is clay, this is the idol, this is statue. I don't see much value in it. So Lord is so merciful, even for that, in the age of Kali, one can even see the Lord just by taking up this holy name. It's like how this Ratnagar became. Similarly, if you take up this holy name, what is that holy name? Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. All we need is just chant this much. I think that everybody can do this. In the Bhagavatam, Sukadeva Goswami mentioning to Parishit Maharaj in the 12th canto. Krishna says that, Parishit Maharaj says that, no, Sukadeva Goswami is saying to Parishit Maharaj, Kalir doshe nidan rajan ashti eko ki mahan guna. Kirtanadasya Krishnasya mukta sangam parambrachet. Sukadeva Goswami, this Kali Yuga is full of fault. Kalir doshe nidan rajan. But there is one good quality in this age of Kali. Ashti eko ka mahan guna. What is that? Kirtanadasya Krishnasya. One who chants, one who takes up this holy name of Krishna, mukta sangha paramvrajit. He will be liberated, and mukta sangha, where he gets that liberation, paramvrajit. He will attain the supreme abode of the Lord. This is the power, this is the potency of the holy name. There is no difference. It says, Nama Chintamani Krishna Chaitanya Rasa Vigraha Nitya Mukta Purna Mukto Nitya Shuto Bhinnatum Na Abhinnatum Nama Namino. It says that this holy name, right? Holy name is very, very potent. As it says that there is no difference between Krishna's name and Krishna's name. There is no difference. All we need to do, just come in contact with Krishna. The moment you take up this holy name, you are in association, you are in contact with Krishna. Your life will be successful. That's the purpose of the human form of life. So this month of Kartik gives us that opportunity. Somebody takes the vows for the entire month. But now next week is actually this called the Bhishma Panchak. Bhishma Panchak is the last 5 days of Kartik. And that's where the Ekadashi, the Bhishma day, when he was on the bed of arrows, he took this vow just before departing. And it's called Bhishma Panchak. And even that you didn't observe on this entire month, but even if you take these 5 days of Kartik and observe this, you will get the equal benefit of this month of Kartik. And especially if you do any devotional service in this month of Kartik, it multiplies million times than any other time, because of in this month, Srimati Radharani Urjeshwari is the predominant deity of this month. She is so merciful. So you get double mercy. Not only that mercy of Radharani, but also you get the mercy of Krishna, because of when Radharani is merciful, Krishna is double merciful, because of Radharani is pleased by this process, this devotion. So all this way you get many, many benefits, and our life will be successful and perfect. And as mentioned that we don't want to again get into another scrolling on the ground, dear devotees, next lifetime. We have to think. We have to understand what is this all science of our soul. The entire Bhagavad Gita is giving that, the science of the soul. Who we are, what is our relationship, why we are here in this world. Why I am suffering, why I am taking birth, why I am dying. Why I am going through so many problems. Why I am in this form, why I have 2 eyes, why can't I have 4 eyes. Why did I got only 2 eyes? So everything has a cause, dear devotees. Everything has a cause. When apple was falling down, right? So Isaac Newton thought that, okay, there is some reason for it. That's why they found out that there is a gravitational force of attraction. Don't think that everything is just like that. No. Everything, there is a reason for it. There is a reason for everything. So that's why, who is that cause? Who is that cause for everything? Krishna is the cause for everything. The Lord is the cause for everything. So all we need to do, just to overcome, just to pass this material ocean, the solution, the remedy is nothing but just to take the holy name of the Lord, nothing else. It will save you, as Shankaracharya says that. Bhaja Govindam, Govindam Bhaja Muthamate. In Bhagavad Gita, there are so many places Krishna says this word Mutha. So many places, right? Avajanadi ma Mutha Manushim Tanimasradam. Naham Pragasha Sarvasya Yoga Maya Samavritam Mudo Bhina Vicharam. I am not revealed to the Mudas. Mudas will not understand. Krishna says, Nama Muskridino Mudha. The Mudas will not come to me. So this is exactly, we don't want to become foolish and Mudha. We have to be enlightened. So this all, these wonderful processes which helps us to come to that, to overcome, to pass this stage of our blunt this material life, and it can take us to eternity. That is our original identity anyway, because of the living entities are known as Satchidananda. Is eternal, is full of bliss and full of knowledge. And his eternity is Satchidananda Vigraha, same as in the form of the Lord. But we are tiny, Krishna is the Vibhu. We are Anu, Krishna is Vibhu. He is complete, but we are little tiny part of it. So that's why we can speak, we can sit, we can talk, we can hear, we can see. Everything is possible because it's possible in Krishna. Krishna has eyes, we have eyes. Krishna has nose, we have nose. Krishna has legs, we have legs. Right? So everything because of Krishna is everything in Krishna. That's why we also have the same thing. We have also the same. So similarly, that potency, that we are part of that potency, always remember this. Life comes from the life. Life doesn't come from anything else. So Krishna is full of life. That's why he called Chaitanya. He's called Chaitanya because why? He's full of life, full of spirit, full of potency. We are also, that's why Chaitanya. We have also Chitta. The Lord is seated in our heart. That's why it's called Chitta, Chaitanya, Chitta. Sarvosya chaham hrudi sannivishto madhagasmadir jnanam abohanam cha. Vedeshcha sarvam ahameva vedhyo vedanta krudvedeva chaham. I am seated in everyone's heart. From me comes knowledge, remembrance and forgetfulness. Always remember this. Krishna makes us, everything is possible, but we are so ungrateful in such a way that we don't even have a time even for 5 minutes in our entire life. We don't have even time for 5 minutes for that Supreme Lord. He is in our heart and He is taking care of each and every moment of our life. Even that what we are is that just a breath, that's all we are. The moment we don't have 2 minutes of breath, we are done. We can't do anything. But that is even providing, that's the potency of the Lord. But we are such an ungrateful, and we don't even have a 5 minutes of our every day to repay, to show our gratitude to that Supreme Lord who is taking care of us every moment of our life. How ungrateful it is. So this is where we are falling down again. But the moment we think about, the moment we turn towards Him, He is the most pleased, He is the most happy. As giving the another one. The moment we turn towards Him, He will be so happy that this soul was, Krishna was looking for this soul every lifetime after lifetime, that when this soul is going to turn towards me. And then the soul goes away from Krishna, He is the one who is most displeased and disappointed, and He will wait for another lifetime. When He is going to come back? Each and every soul is like Krishna is looking at each and every soul like this, dear devotees. So this Kartik helps us this entire month, and also Bhishma Panchaki is starting next week. And at least that if you have not done anything, it's a Ekadashi, it's called Utthana Ekadashi. The Lord is also waking up from His transcendental sleep. So Lord is also coming back, and Lord is there. Lord is showering mercy upon all of us. And then also you can observe it, and Tulasi Shalagram Vivah happening, Kartik Purnima is happening, so many wonderful things. Today is also especially very auspicious day as mentioned. The Lord is also got an opportunity to herd the cows in the forest. And Lord was going to the forest barefoot. Lord wanted to do that, to give all the blessings, so that His footprints are there in Vrindavan everywhere. That's even if you go to Vrindavan, we first touch that, take the dust and put it on your head. This was Uddhava. Akrura came to the Vrindavan. And as soon as he saw the footprint of Krishna, he just immediately fell flat and paid the obeisances and crying, and tears were coming down, and he was circumambulating the imprints of the Krishna's feet. So dear devotees, we have to come to that position of loving devotion to the Supreme. That's our perfection of the life. So thank you so much for being here on this very, very auspicious day of Kartiks, and very, very wonderful Kartik program. And thank you so much. Hare Krishna. So now we'll have the Damodar Ashtakam, right? Damodar Ashtakam, so everybody can make a line and offer this Gilam. Just by this act, just by offering with love and devotion, and offer to the Lamb, to the Lord, and say that, oh Lord, I am yours. Now onwards, I am yours. At least I will do this every day. At least offer a lamp. At least offer a flower. Oh, little time that I sit and chant for the Lord. The Lord is there for you. Lord is exactly there in front of you and be with you. There's no doubt into that. Okay. Thank you. Hare
Let us loudly say Hari Bol 3 times for Simhesvara.
Hari Bol.
Hari Bol.
Let's say Hari Bol.
Hari Bol. Hari Bol.